All right, welcome back everybody to Creators in Coffee. I am your host, Megan, and I've got a special friend on today. Please welcome Kendra Larson, who is a drag racer, someone that I've known for an anniversary on Facebook. Do you remember, was it like 12 years?
12 or 13 years.
Okay, yes. So we have been officially Facebook friends for over a decade. Real quick, like elevator pitch, can you tell the racers that are listening? Because, we've got a mix in our audience, so not all of them are drag racers, but how did you get started in motorsports?
So I was pretty much born into it, kind of like yourself. My dad drag raced, and the first time I was at the track, I was 3 months old. My sister raced juniors, and my dad was like, that was a lot of work, which you know that. I never raced juniors, and then when I turned 16, that's when I got a big car, and I've been drag racing ever since. And I'm the only sister that still races, so me and my dad was one to some.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't know that you were still the only one. So that's cool. I've noticed like the last year or two, you have really grown with your content and grown your Facebook page. Can you tell us a little bit like how you got started with the content creation? What made you want to do that? The platforms that you use? Because I noticed like I see it all the time on my Facebook, but I'm wondering if you're also doing it on other platforms.
I'm primarily on Facebook. I have a TikTok, but still learning the ropes over there. I'm a stay-at-home mom, so I've started content creating. First of all, I've loved Facebook forever. Like I've been a social media person for a long time, but just more personal stuff. And then when my husband won the world championship in 23, I was like, that's so cool. And then I made a post about it and it kind of like took off a little bit. And we also farm. And so one of my farming posts took off too. And as a stay-at-home mom, I wanted like a creative outlet. When I started doing social media, there wasn't a lot of like, hey, moms do this too. Like, look at these moms racing in all of motorsports, and they're actually like can still win. And so that was my primarily goal, is just have fun with it. I'm kind of goofy and silly, and so I don't take anything serious. And so I'm like, I'm a mom that races, and other moms can do it too. And I joke that being a mom that races is harder than being a dad that races. I joke with my husband because there's just a lot more on our plate. And so that's kind of the reason why I started. I just wanted, like, as a stay-at-home mom, I just wanted like my own thing, like just to have fun and just, I don't know, give me my 15 minutes a day to play on Facebook. That's kind of how I started. And like you said, I'm primarily on Facebook. I'm on TikTok a little bit, but all my stuff's really on Facebook. So last year I grew to 20,000 followers, and I was at a race when I hit that mark, and I was like, that's so cool. I did this like mini campaign about I wanted Facebook to buy me a new fire suit.
Yes. Okay. Yes. I remember that.
Yeah. Okay. So I had a mom bod, and I needed a fire suit that fit me, because my fire suit was like right when I first got married, I got it, and I had kids since then, and nothing's the same. Right. And so I let them know my goal, that I was hoping to have Facebook. I'm not saying Facebook is like Mark Zuck called me and was like, hey, I'm going to buy you a fire suit. By authorization, I was able to save money in my PayPal account to get a fire suit. Autumn DeRosset with Racer Fire Suits was like, hey, I love this. Let's team up together. And so I am actually rocking a Racer Fire Suit now, and I love it. But when I hit 20,000 followers, I was like, you know what? I want to give back, because they helped me get to here and reach one of my goals. And it was just a small, like, cash prize. I did a scavenger hunt at Tri-State Raceway in Iowa. It was a lot of fun. Like, I posted like a few clues on Facebook. It was just very simple. And then over the winter, I was thinking, like, could I do something a little bit different with that idea? And then I kind of just ran with it. It's gotten a little bit bigger than I even anticipated. So originally I was like, it'd be fun to have like a small little prize every single weekend, maybe do a grand prize at the end of the year for people that are not at the races. So I created the Kendra Larson Scavenger Series, and there's 2 ways to win. Every single weekend I'm at the racetrack, So I created the clues video because I travel to all these different tracks across the country. There's a reason we go to every single one of these tracks every year, because we just love them. And the only way that we can help grow the sport as racers is to share experiences and share all these awesome facilities that we're at. Am I giving clues of where the scavenger hunt clue is? I'm actually able to like show a little bit of the racetrack that we're at and some history with the racetrack. And so that's been fun. My original idea with this whole scavenger series was like, my pits and your pits don't look like this, but most race pits are like the dad races and like the mom and the kids support. I can see like the mom on her phone watching the kids, and then this video pops up while the dad's loading, because I don't post my videos until after the races are over for the day.
Okay.
And then they're like, hey, let's get on the golf cart and go search for these clues. I kind of wanted to be a family affair, because that's what racing is entirely, is just a family affair. It takes everyone to get going. I wanted to, and as a mom, I wanted to include my kids. So that's why I really started it. And then it just kind of like grew to something else. Like, racing is very expensive, no matter what type of racing you're into. And so I'm like, this will be a great opportunity to like try it before you buy it type thing. So who doesn't like free stuff? So everything that I'm giving, you don't have to pay to play with the scavenger series. You just take my clues, you go find it. And then I've already given away over $1,000 worth of stuff this year just at racetracks. And that's not including the grand prize. So to get entered in the grand prize, they just have to share my clues video. So every single race I'm at, I have 2 winners. I don't know if I skipped over that. So you have the clue winner who's at the track, and then a social media winner. So a social media winner gets entered in the grand prize at the end of the year. And I'm giving away like Fuel Factory race fuel, Hoosier tires, product engineering is giving away a complete fuel system. So I'm giving away really good stuff, like thousands and thousands of dollars worth of stuff. All the companies that I partnered up with, I'm looking at more of a partnership and not a sponsorship, because my whole goal is to let people try these things and let them know why we fell in love with it, because we've won so many championships with all these companies. So at the end of the year, we're going to just give away a bunch of stuff, and I'm just so excited.
Yeah, that's so cool. I love the idea and like how creative you're getting with it. So, okay, 2 questions. When you reached out to the brands, were they like immediately, yes, I'm on board? And are they like donating the products for that? Or is that something that you have to purchase? And then second question is, how are you staying organized with all this and keeping track of who's doing all the social sharing?
I reached out, in every single company except one were immediately, yes, we're on board. And since then, I've had multiple companies reach out to me and say, hey, I have this new product. I want to be a part of your scavenger series. So that's really cool that they've reached out to me. Kind of a surreal moment, like it must be doing something right. And so my social media shares, likes, and comments to get qualified for the grand prize. I have an app that I've used to generate, so it's totally random selected. I just have a lot of documents and I'm just storing things. When it comes to prizes, nothing is out of pocket for me. So everything's been donated. So it is straight from company to racers. It's been pretty fun. Everyone's like, yeah, we're on board. And honestly, I left it open-ended when I pitched this idea. And I was like, whatever you feel comfortable with. And honestly, they came up way more than I expected. I was hoping like, oh, it'd be cool to do like $1,000 grand prize. Well, I'm already in 4 races this year and I've already given $1,000 worth of stuff away. So I didn't have any expectations, and it exceeded any expectations I could have ever had already. And it's been really, really fun. It seems like the racers that are liking, commenting, and sharing and actually like playing along at the racetrack is having a good time with it too.
That's awesome. I love that. Yeah. And it's so creative. We'll do like a giveaway every now and then, but nothing like quite to this scale. So I love how interactive it is, and that you also have, like the online and then in-person part of it too. So that way someone doesn't miss out. They have a chance, whether they're at the track or sitting at home. The brands were immediately on board too, because I can see like how you said, like to get product in their hands, like I can see how be a great way for them to try to get new customers. Yeah, I mean, usually for a company to give away some product, it's usually not that big of a cost to them, right? Versus like a sponsorship where they're putting product and funding behind someone or a whole program. So it's so creative. I love that you came up with this idea, and I love like all the fun content that you're doing. So when you are at the races, do you have like a planned shot list of like, okay, I want to get these shots, or like I need to record these videos? Do you also like plan ahead so that way when you're in between races you have content? Or are you just kind of like, I had this idea, I'm just gonna like put some text on a video and it'll work? Or was that already planned out?
All of it. Honestly, all of it. So when it comes to my clues video, I feel like I'm getting more organized there. I actually like type a script up on my way to the track. And so it's like I've been to these tracks multiple times. So I kind of have an idea of where I'm going to hide things. But then if I get there and things have changed, then I edit it out a little bit. But when it comes to clues, I pretty much have everything set what I want to do. And then when I get to the track, when it comes to content, I try so hard to have like, I need to do this shot. We're going to make this video and blah, 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 blah. But I'm a mom and we have like 5, 6 cars with us all the time. And to be honest, that never works out as planned. And so I just try to just have my phone or camera with me at all times and just do shots. And I feel like honestly, the random, unplanned, organic shots are the ones that get the most interaction on Facebook. I was at Great Bend a couple weeks ago. I was in Super Comp with Trevor, my husband, and I was watching all these wives. I was sitting on the golf cart because it was 1,000 degrees, but I saw all these wives. It was like 4 cars in a row.
Oh, okay, yeah.
You remember that one? And they were like giving nugs or whatever. And I was like, oh my gosh, I get chills right now thinking about that again. So I was like, this is so cool. Like, I have to capture this moment. And I was like, wow, like I was able to do this car and this car. It was like almost all planned. Like they knew what I wanted them to do, but it was not planned at all. It was just so organic. And I was like, this right here is why I want to do this. Like, because not everybody can see that, like, especially the guys that are in the cars right now, or the husbands that are doing that while the wives are in the cars. Like, the driver don't realize how much of a support system we actually do have. And so, like, stuff like that is probably the most fun for me to do.
Yeah, I remember that video and I thought it was so cool too, because the spouses usually don't get any recognition, but they're, the entire support system. And I've also noticed, like, with our videos, sometimes we'll have a videographer come to the races and he gets like amazing shots, especially like slow motion ones, like showing the car taking off are so cool. But then sometimes I'll tell him, like, I just want an iPhone video, like standing on the starting line, because like those will usually do like 3 times better than one with his professional camera. And but I always tell him, make sure you show the crew like celebrating on the starting line, like after the run, because usually, you know, you see the car win, you see the scoreboard, that's cool, but then it's like no one ever really like pans around to show the crew like still on the starting line. They're like cheering and going crazy. I always tell them, like, make sure you show that too, because we want to have that, because I've noticed like our videos do better when you can see the people like behind the scenes in there as well, and like seeing their emotions and excitement, and also like for them to get some, you know, recognition too. And so they appreciate that as well. And so I love that video too. And I love, like, it was just like completely organic, not planned at all, but ended up being, something really good for you. So how many races do you have left for this year? And then when is your scavenger series like officially over, and when will that giveaway be given out?
I have 4, 5 races left, I believe. Maybe more, depends on how we are at points. I mean, I have a tentative schedule. Right now, I'm leading the All-Stars. Actually, I'm tied for first. The scavenger will end my last race. So I say that because I don't know if I'm going to be in Texas or not. So it might be before the All-Stars, or it might be during the All-Stars. I don't know. So October for sure will be over, just depending on when our last. And I think it would be fun to get a division director or something to draw the grand prize. I think.
Good idea.
I haven't talked to them yet, but maybe I can con them into it.
Oh yeah, that'll be easy. I love that idea. I hope you do get to do it at the All-Stars, because that would, like, I mean, it's already such a fun weekend and like so much going on, but that would be cool to finish your scavenger series there as well. So you had any plans for next year? Like any of the brands are like, hey, we want to come back bigger and better for next year?
I haven't quite looked into next year yet, to be honest. It is a lot of work. And so I think that I made my mind, if I do, I want to streamline it a little bit more, because Like I said earlier, I am a mom. I have kids at the track. We have a million cars. And putting these videos do take some time. I mean, sometimes it's days
Yeah.
because different shots and everything that's going on. It would be so much fun to do it. I'm just not quite. I probably will put more pen to pencil at the end of the season.
For our audience who are getting into content creation, they're in motorsports, or maybe they're just builders, do you have any advice for them as far as like content creation, working with partners, like thinking outside of the box, how to tie the two together?
My biggest thing is just have fun with it. I mean, not only that, but when it comes to like building an audience, that I feel like I've learned is make everything relatable. Like you said earlier, you want the starting line celebrations, whatever it is, just make it relatable because people feel that. Just what if you feel like that you would share your post if somebody else posted it, then it will be relatable. That's kind of my rule of thumb when I post things that I want to be shared. If I would share this, if it was somebody else, then I feel like I would post it and it'll be good. Sometimes I just like to have fun with it. I don't take things too serious. And I know motorsports is a very serious sport, but I just like to have fun with it. If you think it would be, if it's a relatable thing, that's what I do. And I try to be organic to myself. I follow a few trends, but I like to do things that a lot of people don't. So that would be my advice is just be yourself. Be who you are. Don't try to be somebody else. Thanks so much for having me. I'm Kendra Larson, and good luck to everyone this year.